Uptown, where do our sensibilities lie? Uptown business owners are on the hook to clean up graffiti or pay the city of Minneapolis to do it. What? I've never thought about it. Whose responsibility is it to? Why not get the protesters to do it? If you've been through Uptown lately, you've probably noticed a lot of buildings tagged. Business owners have to pay to clean it up, only to sometimes find it's been tagged again the next night. The Lynn Hall's Ann Spaeth says the graffiti is so constant she calls it unmanageable. I would imagine it's in the thousands of dollars that we've now had to spend, said Spaeth, who opened the restaurant on Lyndale in 2017. The cleanup costs are rarely covered by insurance. The ongoing damage is keeping Jeff Essig's crew particularly busy. These areas have been the worst, but we've seen it in the suburbs, the outskirts of town, as far away as St. Bonifacius, said Essig, the owner of Clean and Seal. It's an expensive service, especially when it's an emergency. Spaeth says what's more frustrating is a graffiti enforcement letter she got from the Minneapolis Public Works Department in March that gave her 8 days to clean up the graffiti or said city crews would do it and bill her. Mm-hmm. We work for them, don't we? We just work for the state.
Yes,
the
we
city.
do. Yes, we do.
No.
The city temporarily suspended that practice last week, but only for the specific area of 29th Street East to 31st Street East between Hennepin and Fremont. It doesn't include Spaeth's building, so she confronted the agency's director. I said, well, what are you going to do to help us as business owners? I don't see much of a police presence anymore. That's clearly happening. This is clearly happening overnight. Who's coming to help us? Spaeth and several other business owners are now planning their next steps in a brainstorming meeting this week that could include hiring their own security teams to keep watch outside their buildings. At some point, you realize the Calvary. That's where Christ was buried. Calvary.
Yeah.
The word is cavalry. Who the hell wrote this? Jennifer Hoff, Care 11. Hey, Jennifer. Calvary is the burial where Jesus was laid to rest.
I think I'm actually a member of that church.
And then busted out of the tomb. It's cavalry. Oh, this irritates me more than this story.
No, what was her name again?
Even worse.
What was her name again?
Jennifer Holt.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hoff, I'm sorry. Hoff.
Jennifer Hoff.
Jennifer, real quick, you are now getting a glimpse of what it's like to write the podcast descriptions every single day for the GL podcast.
I would like to see Jen use words like manure, crick. I could really, I could really coach her on language skills.
Listen to this. Come on, kid. At some point, you realize if the cavalry isn't coming, you have to form your own, said Spaeth. Well, we also found out from the city, we being Care 11 apparently, that business owners can contact the graffiti hotline if they can't meet the cleanup deadline. And if you're waiting for the cavalry to come, it ain't coming.
Well,
I got news for you.
He promised he'd return. That's part of his deal.
God is not in the graffiti business.
You don't think so?
No.
Well,
The cavalry.
by the way, in her defense,
There's no defense for that.
I'm going to guess that
No, there is no defense for
when she was writing the story, she was looking for the red squiggly
godless
line.
heathen.
You know, and she said, well, she didn't see a red squiggly line.
That's probably right. Spell check will give you Calvary.
That's right.
I have a better excuse for her. It's a direct quote, so maybe Spaeth actually said Calvary.
Oh, no. I'm not.
No, you're not buying that.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying
news,
that. Yeah.
Bad news for you, Such. To me, they're both the same word. I can't pronounce them different. I can't spell them differently.
Well, I
they're
can.
the same word.
I can.
But here's the deal. That has always been the case in Minneapolis. Nothing has changed. That's always the business owner has always been responsible for cleaning the graffiti off their building.
And I do
the
like
only place the city does it is on city property.
And I do love how things like that get you so sidetracked and worked up that then becomes an additional story.
To me, that was far worse than the graffiti story. You kidding me?